Hey friends, welcome back to The Skeptical Engineer. Last time we talked about the idea that the universe appears fine-tuned for life. Not proven, but suggestive. The kind of thing that makes you pause and ask deeper questions. So today we're going to take the next step. If the universe is fine-tuned, what kind of creator would that imply? Now let's be clear up front. We're not doing theology today. We're not proving God. What we are doing is reasoning, carefully, logically, from the kind of universe we actually observe. When we look at the universe, one thing stands out immediately. It's not chaos. It's structured, predictable, governed by mathematical laws. Physics works the same way today as it did billions of years ago. Equations describe reality with astonishing accuracy. And that raises a question. If this was designed, what kind of cause produces order like this? At minimum, it suggests intelligence, not just raw power, but the ability to generate a system that is coherent, stable, and mathematically elegant. In other words, not just a creator, but a rational one. Now let's zoom in a bit. Constants of physics, things like the strength of gravity or the electromagnetic force, they sit within incredibly narrow ranges. If they were even slightly different, atoms wouldn't form, stars wouldn't last, chemistry and therefore life would collapse. So if this wasn't accidental, then we're not talking about rough design. We're talking about precision, the kind of precision that looks less like throwing paint on a canvas and more like calibrating a system with extreme accuracy. That suggests a creator capable of fine control, down to the deepest levels of reality. Here's where it gets more philosophical. If a creator caused the universe to exist, space, time, matter, then that creator can't be made of those things. They would be inside the system. They would be the reason the system exists at all. So logically, we're looking at something non-physical, not bound by time, not limited by space. In other words, transcendent. And that's not a religious claim. That's just following the logic of causation. Creating a universe isn't like building a machine. It involves all energy, all matter, all physical laws, all initial conditions. So whatever caused this, it would require immense causal power. Not just powerful within the universe, but powerful enough to bring the entire system into existence. Now we come to a key question. If the universe is fine-tuned for life, does that suggest intention? Because fine-tuning implies that life is not just a random byproduct. It's at least permitted, if not aimed at. So we have to ask, are we looking at a blind process or something capable of choosing outcomes? If it is the latter, then we're no longer talking about a force. We're talking about something with intentionality. And here's something really interesting. The universe doesn't just allow life, it develops towards it. Over billions of years, we see increasing complexity, the formation of stars and galaxies, the emergence of chemistry, and eventually life and consciousness. This is an instant creation. It's a process which raises the possibility maybe the creator, if there is one, values development, a system that unfolds, evolves, processes. Not just an outcome, but a story. Now we get to one of the most debated points. Humans are self-aware, rational, moral, deeply relational. We think, we love, we make choices. So here's the question. Can a purely impersonal force fully explain personal beings? Some say yes, others aren't so sure. But if not, then it opens the door to the idea that the cause of the universe might itself have personal attributes, like a mind, awareness, intent. Now this is where people start to diverge, because once you go here, you're stepping out of physics and into philosophy. Let's pause and be honest about the limits. Even if all of this reasoning holds, it doesn't tell us which religion, if any, is true, whether this creator intervenes in the world, whether this creator is morally good, whether there's one or many. So this line of thinking gets you to something like a powerful, intelligent cause behind the universe, but it doesn't give you a full worldview. At this point, people tend to land in one of two broad camps. First, a deistic creator. This is a creator who designs the universe, sets the laws, starts the process, then doesn't intervene. Think of it like a system set in motion. And second, a personal creator. This view says the universe is designed, conscious beings are intended, and the creator may interact or relate to them. Both models fit the idea of fine-tuning. The difference is what you infer beyond the data. So if we step back and summarize, if the universe is really fine-tuned for life, then the simplest description of its cause would be something like a non-physical, immensely powerful, highly intelligent cause capable of precise and intentional calibration of reality. Now, what that cause is exactly, a distant designer, a personal being, or something we don't even have a category for yet, that's where philosophy deepens, and eventually where religion enters the conversation. Next time, we're going to ask which worldview best fits the kind of creator we just described. And here's where things get really interesting. I'm Tom, and this is The Skeptical Engineer. Thanks for listening. And P.S., I've left a link below in the description that talks about the history of the fine-tuning of the universe, titled, "The Universe Appears to be Producing Observers, and Physicists Can't Explain Why." It is 2 hours long, but I thought it was well worth the time.